Welcome to Get Your Mind Right. Today, we're diving into your questions and insights in our mailbag segment. Thanks to everyone who wrote in. Let's open up the mailbag.
Welcome to the Get Your Mind Right Mailbag Holiday Edition. I'm Allison Woods, the Marketing Manager here at Evolv, and I'm here with Bree Miracle, our Digital Sales Lead. We're going to kind of give you a little introduction of who we are and how we got to be in this role and a little bit about our experiences so you know who we are. And then we're going to go into the mailbag, which is in this wonderful Santa hat, and we'll just start from there. So Bree, tell me a little bit about you and how you got your start, where you were when you first started your career to where you are now.
Oh, well, that's a lot. That's a long story, but short version, I'm a mom, and also I'm the digital sales lead here at Evolv. I started as a sales assistant, so I was making cold calls all day long and setting appointments for other people. I was in retail management and sales beforehand, so in short order, like 2, 3, 4 months, I was like, Jake, I can do this. I can do sales. So I slowly made my way up into an account executive position and then realized like I really enjoy the training side of it and just product education and things of that nature. So then I worked my way up to being a digital sales lead. I've been in this role a year.
Oh, that's so great.
2 weeks
Gosh,
will be,
a year flew by.
Yes, in 2 weeks will be a year. So yeah, we're on going into year 2 of being a digital sales lead and hopefully more to come.
Okay.
How about you?
So you said that you did retail sales before that. Tell me a
Yes.
little bit more about that and how that kind of has helped you in your role now.
Retail sales is a lot. I was in retail management for 8 years. I worked my way up, of course, through there as well, but it taught me really about what people think luxury-wise and not to think with your own pocket. So I was selling things like Gucci and Louis Vuitton and Prada.
Girl.
Yeah. So it taught me to be like somebody who was making not so much money to be like, okay, these people don't think with your own wallet, think with others' wallets. But then also they had very high standards for how you portrayed yourself, how you showed up to work. So it also taught me how to come to work on a day-to-day basis and put a little bit of time and effort into what you look like, which really does affect your day-to-day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. I didn't know all of that about you and kind of a little bit about your background, so that's great to know that, you started in a certain sales position and now you have evolved into the digital sales lead.
Yes.
So I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll tell you a little bit about me.
Okay.
So I started in advertising and graphic design.
Nice.
I was in the automotive industry for 10 years.
Wow.
And gosh, within that 10 years, seeing how really digital has evolved and changed. I mean, it's just night and day difference with social media and SEO, SEM, everything. And then, I was starting to get kind of bored where I was at. I felt like it was just the same thing. And then I just kind of found this position because I knew some people who had worked here, and I have loved it. I have been the marketing manager here for 2.5 years.
Wow.
And I know,
it feels like yesterday.
Time just flies by, I tell you. I've been here for 2.5 years, and just from day one, I was like totally overwhelmed because merchant processing from automotive, I was like, what's a merchant, I have learned a ton, and I have loved it, and really just seeing how much the industry has changed within that time is just, it's crazy. So that's a little bit about me, came from automotive, then flipped over here into merchant services, and I love the challenge. I love that it's different every day and helping all of our partners out. So
that's so cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you did marketing in automotive. Do you feel like whenever you made that transition, you were like, oh, these things helped me a lot because I did this prior, or did you have to relearn?
No, absolutely, especially when it comes to digital. Like, I did a ton of digital over there. And same with websites and social media and stuff, and that has helped me in my role now with things that I learned over there. So, and even networking too, it's all about like who you know and how it's helped you. And say that I want to go back to something with digital, and I met somebody across my path.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I know that this was for automotive, but how can I use this for merchant services? And they've helped me. So it's really just, connecting and things that you've learned over the years, but it's been great going back to that.
Yeah.
So
that's so nice. Very cool. Very cool.
So would you love to dive in deep into our Santa mailbag?
Yeah.
We have questions from some people in the field, and then we asked other people to just send them in. And So we might give you a call out of who the question's from, or we might just go into the question and go straight from there. So
All right.
I hope you pull out the first question for you.
All right. This one does have my name on it.
All right.
Okay,
Here,
ready?
let me read it.
Okay,
then.
you'll read it.
Bree, what are the most common digital mistakes small businesses make?
Ooh, if I could narrow it down to just one, I would say not being present on social media at all. There's so many small businesses where just a simple TikTok page or a Facebook page or an Instagram page could significantly impact their business. It costs them nothing except maybe their time, and it can drastically affect. I can't tell you, just this past weekend, we chose to go to a restaurant I've never been to because I saw they posted like one of their specials on social media, and we would have never went there if I didn't see that on social media. So it drastically affects your business without. The issue I find that some businesses realize is, well, I don't see a return on investment. Social media is really hard to put an ROI to it. So it hits in pieces and is a decision-making factor that people don't even realize until it's there.
It might be the millennial in me, but whenever I want to go to like a new restaurant or a new just store or anything, I always check them out on Facebook first, or then I'll pull up their TikTok if they have one, but really it's Facebook. I'm like, okay, let me see if they have reviews. Are they posting on there? What do they have on there? If they're not posting, I'm like, it really kind of turns me off of going there. So I definitely agree that social presence is a big one.
If I were to pick a number 2, it would be reviews. I saw something on TikTok where they were ranking the top 10 Evansville restaurants, and all it was how many reviews that they had.
Really?
This restaurant, in my opinion,
okay, but the one that ranked number 1, was it a really good one?
No, it just had the most reviews.
Okay.
So, in my opinion, just people will equate that your business is the best just based upon how many reviews you have, and then throw in a little social media. I mean, those 2 things don't cost any money at all.
Yeah.
Just a little time and effort.
I love that answer because it's so true.
It is true.
Here, I'll pull one. Let's see if it's for me or if it's for both of us. You just never know.
Okay. Can you read it?
Sure.
Okay. This one's for Allison, obviously. So how much does branding really matter?
Oh man, branding is everything. So I think branding is important because you want to stand out, especially in a crowded market. So say that you're in a trade show, you don't want to be saying the same thing as everybody else. You don't want to look like everybody else. You want to appeal to, everyone there. You want to be different. I think that branding, it's all about your approach of how you do it. You have to stay consistent with it. You have to be proactive with it. It goes along the terms with like social media. You want to be consistent. You want to look the same. You don't want to look like everybody else on there.
Right.
You want to look like your own brand. When people see it and they want to say like, that is Evolv. That's an Evolv post, because they know the branding of it. And also like you just want to be consistent with your message. So you have to have a unique message across the board, and I just think that branding is super important. You can't just say like, oh, I'm going to put a logo on it, everybody's going to know that it's us. That's not how it works. You have to be consistent and have the right brand with it.
What about for those that are like working with Evolv, or like somebody that may be independent? Do you feel like me personally posting on LinkedIn or any social media platforms would be important, or should I just let Evolv do all of that work?
No, I definitely think it's important for everybody to post. Like I post myself, and I don't post just Evolv's posts. Like I'll share their things that I like, because we made them. But also, I want my own message out there too that reflects on Evolv as well. So I think it's really important that reps and other groups are posting actively because it's getting you seen. People are noticing it. And then also they'll look and see, hey, where do you work? Oh, she works at Evolv. Oh, okay, I'm going to go check out Evolv's page, see what they're all about. And it all ties in together. You are a representation of your brand.
Yeah.
So
I would agree with that. I just recently started posting a lot on LinkedIn, and I have already noticed where like a merchant has noticed me on LinkedIn. I'm like, oh, you're on there? Okay, cool.
Yeah, like
and
great.
it has in just 2 or 3 months, it has significantly changed, and I really didn't think it would, and I've been very impressed with it. I've been very happy with it.
I love that.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe we'll get a question from both of us.
It is both of us. Actually, you called it. Okay, so this was a really good one. This one's for both of us. So for you, how can everyone utilize AI in their business or everyday tasks? Pros, cons, question mark.
All right, that's a great question. AI is just, it's taken over. To see where AI was gosh, even 2 years ago, 5 years ago, to where it is now, it's just incredible. But I think you can utilize it for your everyday tasks. You can make a calendar for your whole month. Like, okay, for me, I use it for content a lot. Like, all right, I need to plan out the whole month. What am I going to do? Say, what kind of campaigns am I going to post out this month? What kind of social media graphics are we going to do? Same with events in the office. Okay, AI, this is what I want to do. Please put this in an organized format for me for the month to make it that's going to save a ton of time for me versus me typing every single thing out, and then I can just move things around. I think same with emails. There's good things to use with AI, but there's also bad things to use with AI. I have noticed where some people will respond to emails and I'm like, do you even know what that word is? I don't know what that word is. That doesn't sound like something you would say. And then you have to think well, did they read my email thoroughly?
Yes.
Or did they just say respond to this? You know? Yes. So I would say that's a con. Sometimes people are relying too much on AI, and I think that they need to be use it more as a tool versus do my job kind of thing for me. You can answer on it, and we can kind of play back and forth on that, but
it's taking out the presence that is much needed in some correspondence with potential clients. I've been CC'd on emails where they're going back and forth and they're clearly letting AI respond to it, and sometimes AI doesn't pick up on a personal tone, or really it just misses the whole point of the email sometimes. And sometimes, especially for those who are remote, if you're responding with AI, that individual may think that you are AI and they want to do business with an actual human.
Yes.
So it can get you in trouble in ways. The way that I personally use it is I have it kind of follow me around, and I have it take notes for me.
Yes, I love that. I use it too.
That way, because I always like to send a detailed recap of my meetings to my potential merchants, it will automatically do that for me. So that is already done, and I can always reference back to it if there was, once we get to the build project, I'll be like, oh yeah, what did they say here? So that's how I use it, more of a time saver and not to do my job for me.
I will say though, with the note taker, even I have used that before and put okay, this is my notes from this meeting. Please put this in a more condensed format.
Yes.
And I'll read it and oh wait, no, they totally missed a bunch of key points in here.
They do miss a lot.
And so I'll have to go back in there and add them. So I would say it's a pro, but it's also, you have to be careful with using that for note taking, because it's sometimes it can miss some of the main points that you don't want it to.
You still have to be actively listening.
Right.
And not just rely solely.
Or when you see on social media and people are posting cartoon graphics that just are totally irrelevant.
So bad.
They're cringy. I said it. They're cringy.
They are bad.
Do not do that.
I'm starting to see commercials that are actually made by AI, and I'm like, guys, you are multi-million-dollar
people.
Yes.
You have to look at it kind of closely, and you're like, is that person real? Or wait,
fine.
They moved a little ever so slowly, and then you kind of see the wave behind. Oh, that's AI.
Yes.
But I have started noticing that. Within this industry even. I have seen it on social media posts with competitors or other brands, and their graphics, it'll look like people, and I'm like, oh my gosh, man, they got some great content going on there. I'm like, wait, hold the, it's AI.
Yes.
You can tell.
I think as salespeople and people who are just really interested in new technology, it is very exciting, it's fun.
Yeah.
But don't take it too far. Sometimes you can be taken way too far, and I'm seeing these crazy graphics where the words are still a little blurred or misspelled or something like that. Just use it as a tool and maybe put a little human touch to it too.
Yes, I agree. I would say, to recap that, use AI as a tool to help you stay organized, make you more efficient.
Yes.
Don't use it to make your do your job.
It is a tool, not your personal assistant.
Right.
They have personal assistants.
I mean, I even use AI at home. I have a calendar at home, and it's all AI, and okay, put the kids' stuff in here, and tell me what days I got to be here at this time. And that's great.
That's actually
helpful.
Nice.
Okay, next one.
Some big ones in here, Allison.
Oh gosh, I can already tell it's mine.
Yep, it's yours. Where do marketing and sales align most, and where do they clash? Ooh,
okay.
Ooh.
So, I mean, that's a good question because sales and marketing, we work a ton together. So, Jake, the director of sales, and I, we're constantly talking back and forth. I work with his team on sending out campaigns every week. We both want growth. We want sales. We want success. We want success for the AEs. I would say where we clash would be like sales wants immediate results, whereas marketing, we can see the long term of things. Like sometimes you have to, like with social media, you can't put things on for social media for a month and say, hey, we're going to get a ton of sales from this because it was up for that 1 month. No, you have to be consistent with it, keep it going, keep it flowing. Then in the long term, you will see the results from it. So I would say that that's kind of where we would clash, where they want immediate results, they want it now, whereas I would say it sometimes things take longer versus immediate. But I mean, sales and marketing, we're hand in hand. We're always trying to do things to generate growth, really. Yeah. Same with another thing that we both have in common is Jake is really good about motivating his team, and I try to do the same for the whole office. Like morale, I'm always trying to constantly keep morale up by doing fun things in the office, or just even a small thing. Hey, how's your day going? Are you having a good day? Hi, how are you? You would be surprised that sometimes walking in the hallway and like you not saying hi to somebody, how that could totally affect their day.
It makes a big difference. It does.
It does. So if you say hi to somebody or just kind of, keep morale up, that's a huge thing. And that's where we definitely align because we're both trying to keep positive attitudes.
You both have that very positive attitude. And I will say, you're exactly right. It's like you are the SEO of the business and like sales is like the Google Ads version. Like SEO is your like long and strong and what like brings the whole brand together, and then like your Google Ads is like what the salespeople want. They want like that instant ROI because we're impatient and we want it now.
Right. I like to say that marketing is the glue. If you don't have the glue, it's gonna fall apart.
Yes.
So
you can have all the pieces on the paper, but whenever you lift it, it's gonna fall away.
Right. So it's like we like to keep everything together and happy and sales and growth, but that's really, we all have one goal, and that's growth, being happy where we're at, and motivating our team.
I see these posts a lot on LinkedIn, I'm sure you do too, where it was like sales and marketing. Like,
oh my gosh, all the time. Like, why is it so true?
One says like, are we best friends? And marketing's like, yes, and sales is like, no. I would say that.
But then, like, at the end, when they get the goal, they're like,
yay, they're like hugging. I would say that the dynamic at Evolv doesn't match what I'm seeing at all because I feel like we work very well
I agree.
together. Yes. And I feel like somehow, some way, you have made it where we all kind of understand how marketing works, and it could be also that we are an advertising company.
Yes.
I don't feel like it's ever like they didn't do this or they didn't do that. I feel like we all collaborate very well together.
I think it's really confusing for new partners as well when they're like, oh, you have a digital marketing agency, Viv, and you have a marketing person, so she works for Viv, right? And it's like, no. So what I do is I help all of our partners, right, with their marketing and their goals and what they need. Say it's slicks or they need business cards or whatnot. But then when they need like a new website or something, that's when we would direct them over to Viv, and that's where sometimes there's confusion, but we're here for Evolv to help their brand and their name grow as well.
I think that's where people get confused, that a marketing manager and a digital marketing company are different, and they have different roles. Now at Viv, and like with me, I love working with marketing managers because they know what I'm talking about, but they realize that digital marketing is the tool, marketing is the job. So it's different. They align perfectly together, but they are different.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Let me pull one out of
here.
Oh gosh. Of course, it's one that I dropped. Good thing that's for you. Bree, what is the digital blind spot agents don't realize they have until it costs them a merchant?
Ooh, I would say just bringing up digital marketing altogether. So if you have really followed softwares in general, you'll notice that almost all of them do credit card processing, they're a CRM, and they also build websites amongst amount of other things that we do. So as somebody who is a credit card processing rep, that business, whether you know it or not, is looking to consolidate what they're doing. If you told them, hey, I also did websites and we also offered this booking tool for you and this and this and this, they realize where to you it's multiple products, to them it's one phone call that they have to make.
Right.
So just not bringing it up, because you will lose eventually the account, because a CRM system offered an all-in-one solution with website and credit card processing, and it can pass the fee and all of these things whenever you had all of those tools at your fingertips and you didn't utilize them.
That's true. I feel like sometimes these agents get a little overwhelmed when it comes to digital too.
Mm-hmm.
They think that, oh, they have to learn the whole product and everything, but that's where flip-ins come in.
Correct.
And, they just flip it into you and you can sell digital.
Yep. All that you have to know to bring it up is, hey, I noticed you have a website. I also have a company that optimizes websites and helps bring you in more business. Do you want to have a conversation with them? And that is it.
Yeah.
That is literally as simple as it gets. If you're going in as more of a consultative person, like, hey, I have somebody that can run a report that shows you exactly how this is performing. If you're putting $30 a month or $3,000 a month to it, this can show you what that work is doing for you if you don't already know.
Yeah. No.
As simple as that. That's all you gotta do.
That's a good answer. Do you want to read it or you want to?
Yeah.
I'll let you read it.
Okay. Oh, it's 2. We'll put her there. This is for both of us. This is from Jonna Seaton. Oh, cute. Can you share some suggestions on how to stay focused, make sure things don't fall through the cracks? I'd love some practical ideas we can apply as a team while working towards a stronger 2026.
Ooh, okay. Well, do you want me to start or do you want to start?
I have an idea.
Okay.
So one thing that I started this year, because moving into a digital sales lead, but also still doing sales and all of these things, your time is quite stretched. So one thing that I started doing is calendar blocking.
Mm-hmm.
That has significantly helped. If I have a task, if I have a proposal, if I have a meeting, it goes on my calendar and it does not move. So calendar blocking has been significant, whether that be make 30 outbound calls or answer your emails or whatever that may be.
Mm-hmm.
That is something that if you're not already doing, I would highly recommend implementing.
I couldn't agree more. I started doing that, I want to say a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was after we had a keynote speaker at one of our summits, and
He
he started talking about blocking out time in your calendar, and it's like, why didn't I think of that? Like, that is just genius, and I still do it. You have to. If not, it's going to get overlooked, and then you fall behind.
Yes.
So I couldn't agree more. Another thing to stay focused is just like your goals. You can set like what do they call that? The calendar is that it's not a memo board, but it's a collage, and you put like your goals on it. What is that name?
We both just drew a blank, but I do one every year. It's like your vision board.
Yes, there we go. Vision board. You can do a vision board even.
Yeah.
I think that starting the year off with a vision board and your goals and what you want to achieve is just, the way to start it off. Like, this is what you want to achieve this year. How are you going to get there? And we have a thing that we talk about here at Evolv that most of you who are listening to this probably know, but it's the BHAG. Your big, hairy, audacious goal. Set your goal early so you can achieve it. How are you going to achieve it? Time blocking is a great one. Also, like, what kind of merchants are you going to talk to this year? Are you going to have new partners this year? I think that it's really just what you want to achieve and setting your own personal goals and keeping a good morale and keeping yourself happy. If it's that $5 Starbucks every month or something, or every other week, girl, get that Starbucks and make yourself happy so you can start that day off right.
Yeah, I always tell myself whatever keeps the machine going, because at some point in sales, like, you have to think of yourself as a machine. How do I maintenance it? So that's taking time for yourself, like a 30-minute just sit, whether that's sitting in your car by yourself, no phone, or reading or something. That's something that I do. Treating yourself, because celebrate your small wins. If you get a merchant or you hit your whatever mid goal you wanted that month, treat yourself. Like, don't just keep on and moving on, which is something I did a really bad job at doing one year, and that's something that led to this. And something I'm working on with John this year is setting a goal, but then working backwards from it. So not just like hoping that it will happen. What do I need to do every week, every month to make the goal at the end of the year?
Great idea.
So that's something I'm going to start doing.
I think especially towards the end of the year, people start to feel that burnout. Like, they're ready for the holidays. They're ready to just kind of sit. And really it's the opposite. Right now is a time that you have got to just like push full throttle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you're almost there. You're in the home stretch. You are so close to your goals. And if you met your goals, surpass those goals.
Mm-hmm.
Try to surpass them and make yourself happier. And then you have a higher goal for the next year. I think that's, you know, something that we should all kind of focus on.
I agree completely.
Well, that was a great question for us, Paul.
I know. I think we could talk about that topic for probably more than an hour.
Oh, I know. Okay, this is for me. I'll just go ahead and read it since it's in my hand. From Nellie Schlachter. What are key messages that you want to associate with our brand in 2026? Well, in 2026, I want our brand to be known in the industry. I feel like we already are known very well, but I want to be known even more by partners and by ISOs and by agents. Whenever they come across Evolv, I want us to be known as that one-stop shop that, you know, I can use them for merchant processing, but man, they have a digital marketing agency too that can help my merchants and help me make more money. Like, why wouldn't you want to? We have things that are rolling out at the beginning of the year that I can't wait to share with everybody, that it's just going to elevate Evolv even more.
Yes.
Really, it's just putting our brand out there and making it a comprehensive solution for everyone. So,
I would agree with that.
Did I answer that right?
I think so, yeah. That's something that really aligns with one of my goals too, is just with being the digital sales lead and the flip-ins and everything. We've had great success with flip-ins this year, and I know next year will be even more, especially after Summit, and just making it where everybody knows that Evolv also does credit card processing, but we also build some really great websites and have some really good marketing solutions. So just an overall.
I think just saying that we are a one-stop shop.
Yes.
Maybe that's not the right terminology, but I like that terminology because really we are. If you're a new business owner and you need processing, you need a website, you need XYZ, we're there for you, that we can do all of that. So really it makes it easy because then you have one point of contact for everything versus, I have to call this business, and this business to handle everything.
Right. Aside from hiring and purchasing the building for you, we can pretty much do it all.
Yeah. We're not going to do your plumbing or any of that.
I equate that with the building. That's funny. Okay. Is this our last one?
This has been so fun.
Okay.
I can't wait for our last one.
It's for me.
Okay. Want me to read it or you got it?
I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Okay, so what is the most overlooked revenue opportunities hiding inside a merchant's marketing plan? So
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, I would say, and a lot of people probably won't expect this, but it's going to be listings. So what I mean by listings is making sure that that business is represented on more than just Google. So we're studying that 1/3 of website traffic is coming from non-Google related sources. So it's because people are using things like Apple Maps and their car navigation systems and ChatGPT and all of these other sources to research and find restaurants near me and things like that, that you are losing an opportunity if your business is not on those other platforms. So that is something that I'm talking to almost every business that has a physical location. I'm talking to them about a listings tool.
So I kind of have a question that kind of just came off of that one, but since AI is so popular now and everybody is using it for the most part, especially ChatGPT, when you're talking to these merchants who want to be shown up on ChatGPT, how can you ensure that they're going to show up when somebody's searching them on ChatGPT, or if they're searching best pizza shop around me, how they're going to show up on there?
So SEO always comes into play. However, we will build the website now a 5th time, and we're building it specifically for AI to read.
Okay.
So it's that real high intent, question and answer based content. If you checked a website, if it was optimized for AI, you would just see a bunch of black and white letters. It's nothing pretty, but you have to build the website to be read by ChatGPT. So think of this as a business.
So coding?
Yeah, coding.
Okay.
So think of this as
the Matrix over here.
Yeah. A business who their website is not optimized for AI, it is slowly becoming more and more popular. So not that it's being the number one getting to the first of being on a Google search, but if you're the only one on ChatGPT that's optimized for AI and the rest of your community is not, you're already giving yourself a leg up. So I'm not saying, we haven't been able to study it enough, but I would assume that it's giving them a leg up over their competition. I don't see why it wouldn't.
I think that going into 2026, that should probably be a goal just overall. and something that we're all going to learn more about. I have a feeling we'll come back to this conversation in a year and be like, oh my gosh, can you believe that we were talking about this and now we're
probably in a
here?
month. What do you mean? It changes so quick.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Well, Bree, this has been a blast. I have loved all of these questions and this holiday edition.
Yeah.
I think that it was a nice change up for this Get Your Mind Right mailbag edition. And we have 2 more this month. One will be with Dawson Dimmitt, and then we will also have Jacob No.
Cool.
So please be sure to send in your questions. Let us know what you thought of this, and we hope that you get your mind right.
Thanks, guys.